Hi, I'm Jim O'Rourke with TNG. I'm the Frontline account manager in training for this account, and I want to go over the FE program, or for front end. It's, people call it FE, call it different things. Just like the PDN, you get boxes. It's usually separated. PDNs come in one box, the front ends come in another box. What you want to do, if you are assigned multiple stores, please, when you receive this box, you usually receive it in the 4th week of the previous cycle, go and make sure you've got your stores, make sure you're accounted for, make sure you've got the loaders, make sure you've got everything in there. If not, if you find a store missing, if you find loaders, please report to your supervisor right away so that they can report to the Frontline TNG team and we can get replacement out, so that week 1 install, everybody's ready to go. So I've got my package here. This is for this Kroger here that we're working. What I do is open this up, your LOA, letter of authorization. We are guests in these stores, doing work for them. They are the client, but this LOA is from their corporate. It gives directions that our rep is here, that you, the rep, are here to do your program. It lists the products, it lists the UPCs. This is a very good tool to give to your GMHBC manager, your scan coordinator, to obtain tags, to find product, all that stuff going forward. LOA, big time, big important piece. This is the merchandising instruction sheet. I like to call it the invoice. It pretty much lists what you're supposed to have in your box. Again, it's got a number out by it that at the bottom gives you the instructions on what to do with each loader. At Kroger, we have the loaders here. In other chains, the FE program is in different locations. We have in some where it's attached to the pole. But what you want to do is follow this as far as the top to the bottom. Next, one thing you really need to get with your supervisor, and please have him send you the one-sheeter. If they can get it to you by email, in the body of an email, this one-sheeter is the Cliff Notes. It is the bullet points to this program. I'm going to take my loaders here and take them out and start building them. And what you want to do on the back of this is each loader has a step-by-step picture guide on how to build them. Please use this. You want, again, it's kind of presentation. We want to grab the customer's attention. We want to say, hey, look at me. One thing, by presentation, being neat, quality, good looking, catch a customer's eye. Second of all, tags. Tags, tags, tags. I can't preach it enough. It's one of those things with Frontline on the grading scale. This is 50% of our work. So I'm going to go ahead and build my loaders now, and we'll come back and we'll start working on the product. Okay, team, I've got my loaders built. I have my product. I went and got them. Again, I took a hand basket as I was filling these and put one of each in here for the scan coordinator. Now, in this, it's going to be on several sheets, you can tell. Sometimes we have holdovers. You might not get, if this says 6 loaders, 3 of them might be holdovers. The one-sheeter and this tells you if there's an asterisk out by it, that means it's a holdover. It stays in that location. That's why this is so huge, the one-sheeter. It tells you what lane it goes at. It tells you substitutes you can use. But most of all, and it's what I talk about so many times, is building loaders correctly. Having it built right, having the inserts, again, following those instructions on how to build the cardboard loaders. I agree, sometimes these loaders can be confusing, but they're step by step on the back of that sheet that shows you how to build them. So we want to get those perfect. Again, it's one of those, we're right here in the registers. We want impulse. We want to be able to capture that customer's attention while they're waiting to be checked out and sell them this product. Again, tags. Tags is a big help. I've done surveys myself. Most customers won't ask if it's not tagged. So I've got my tags, I've got my loaders filled. Now I'm going to place them by this one sheeter. And again, it has a picture on how your loader is supposed to look. So this is very big. One of the things that I really want to get the field to start paying attention to, and it gets back to that topic I love to talk about, communication. It's so big, not just at store level, with your management, with your supervisor, with your DM. If you've got a store, the number right here is what Frontline has on their file for that store. It's how many check lanes they have for this program. So in remodels, changes out, let your supervisor know so they can report to us, so that if we need to go, say this store only had 4 check lanes, they added 2, or vice versa, they took 2 out. We need to know what was the change. What did they add 2? Did they take 2 away? So that we can go pass on to Frontline that the changes were made, that we need this changed from instead of 6, we need it to 4 loaders. We need this store up to 6 loaders. Please, very big report. One thing we never want to do, we can't sell wire, and we can't sell space. Air. We need to never leave one empty. In a situation where you don't have a product for the loader, the store doesn't carry it, you've talked to GMHBC, you've checked everywhere, and there's no product. What you would do is go in the survey, and you would have to answer no to did you hang. But what you will do is leave the previous cycle, hold on to that loader, and it could be in the 2nd or 3rd restock weeks they might get that product in, and then you would place it for restock weeks. But never, please never leave a loader empty. Even if you've gone through a remodel and they've added 6 and you only have 4, in the next cycle, if we don't have the adjustment made yet, if you have to take 2 from the previous cycle and fill in for the new ones, never leave one empty. Again, that's something that gets back to us, and it really leads back to 1, training from your supervisor, and 2, communication to your supervisor. I'm going to go now, place these, tag everything, and then I'll be back with you. Okay guys, I've got all my loaders up, full with product. I've got tags on everything, and I want to remember to tell everybody, definitely follow this one sheeter, because it's kind of what Frontline sells to the client on where they will be. We always want the most popular at the most used check lanes. Again, we never leave anything empty. Remember that. We always fill them, restock weeks, install week. One thing I always want to remember too is the ones we take out, we never leave in a shopping cart. If it's full on the shelf and you're trying to put the product back up, make sure you communicate with the manager or the GMHBC and have them get the direction from them whether to leave it in the back room. But we never leave anything in a shop cart unless you're directed by the store. It's always good, again, like I said before, have a store manager walk it with you, make sure everything looks good, know that they have product up here. What you got to remember is we're moving product from their main shelf to different areas in the store. They need to know that. So back to my biggest thing, communication. From store level to your supervisor, the survey, making sure your survey's done, anything like that. And I want to thank you again. Dana Zamudi, Carrie Freeman, and myself are available for any questions you might have. Communication to your supervisor. Thank you.